Recently, I had two conversations that have been changing the way that I've been viewing myself. One of those conversations was with myself, but not just the version of me that you see in front of you here. It was with every single version of me that I knew. There's an exercise called parts work, and this exercise allows you to see that there are different versions of you that exist within the version of you that the world sees. There is a infant version of Yusuf. There is a 2-year-old version of me. There is a 6-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 19-year-old, and my highest self. And every single one of those versions of me was present in this conversation. And this conversation revealed something very interesting to me. I noticed that there was a gap that was very present. And the gap was in regards to the things that I want to have and the person that I know I can become versus the things that I currently have and the person that I am. And this conversation, after it happened, fed me a very beautiful idea. And this idea was to take down a piece of paper, like I just did right here, okay? And I split my life up into 6 different sections, okay? I split my life up into faith, health, career, finances, relationships, and just myself, okay? And then what I did was I copied those same categories below, right over here, okay? I'm gonna include a link to this exercise in the description so that you can try it for yourself. And what I did was I labeled the top section the present, and I labeled the bottom section the past. And what I did was I took a look at every single one of those categories that came to me in that moment, and I wrote down the exact habits that I have in each of those categories. So for example, when it comes to my faith, I pray late. I only pray one type of extra prayer. I'm not praying on time. I'm inconsistent with the quality of my prayers. I don't pick up the Holy Book often enough. I'm afraid to ask God for things consistently because I feel like I'm badgering him. And then what I did was I looked at the other area of my life, which was the present version of myself. And then I wrote, I pray on time. I complete all the extra prayers. I wake up in the middle of the night and I pray, and it's easy for me to get up and pray. I have a morning gratitude prayer. I make so much of an ask of God that if somebody from the outside was to hear this, he would say to himself, wow, like, this guy is selfish, you know? And I pick up the Holy Book daily. Now, this exercise was really beautiful because it clearly showed me the roadmap to getting the things that I want to get and becoming the person that I want to be, or that I know that I can be. And what's important is that I labeled this the present for a reason, because the gap only exists if you say to yourself that all of those habits in each one of those areas of your life can only exist for a future version of yourself, okay? It's really important for me that I'm understanding who I'm becoming, right? These habits and these systems that I have in place are doing a phenomenal job of getting me the results that I have right now. So if I'm not satisfied with what I have or with who I am, then I have to look at the habits that I have. I have to look at the things that make up who this version of me is in the present moment. What I did after I did this exercise was I have it's become very, increasingly clear to me that like I have ADHD. And if I don't take something, or if I don't act on the idea while it's hot, then what happens is it starts to fade in the sea of my 70,000 other thoughts that I think on a daily basis. So what I did was I took every single one of those habits and I started to form routines around them. And those routines now live as a morning routine and a night routine for myself. And I believe that this is the first step in truly actualizing your God-given potential, okay? I believe that when you truly know deep down what it is that you should be doing and you do the things that you know you should be doing, things suddenly begin to shift, right? It's not like a magic formula. It's a very simple one. You are the summation of the systems that you have in place, right? So like if you, for example, wake up late in the day, and after you wake up, you pick up your phone right away. And after you pick up your phone, you see what other people are doing on social media, right? And then you're not clearing this energy. You're going into this day that you have, this brand new day, with this energy of like, oh, this person's way better than me. Oh, this person made this much amount of money today. Oh, this person has XYZ, right? And now you're only thinking about the things that you don't have. take that one day, take that one habit, multiply it over the course of 365 days, and now you've built a habit. Now you've built a personality around that habit, and that personality presents you with your personal reality. I myself am in no position to offer advice. I share this with you only because this is what I believe is truly the way to the highest self, right? If I can act on what I believe is the best possible thing for me, I think my life is going to look significantly different. And as a result, the things that are in that life will be significantly different as well. So I share all of this because first and foremost, this is what I'm working on. Me. Second of all, I share this because I want to make it fun. I want to make it a challenge, right? Like, you can't just have something that you know is important and then not have any sort of fail-safe mechanism. So what I'm going to do is I am going to set a goal for myself to act on the actions of my highest self and all of these habits right here of my highest self, okay? Every single day for the next 6 months. All I need to do is focus on winning the day that I'm currently living, okay? If I can win the day, then I can win the next. If I can win the next, then I can win the one after that. If I can win the one after that, I may win the week. If I win the week, I can win the month. If I win the month, I win the 6 months. And if I win those 6 months, my life changes forever. So, in order for us to make this interesting, I think you should do this challenge with me, okay? Now, what you put into anything is exactly what you get out of it, okay? So I'm gonna leave this exercise in the description below. And after I leave this exercise, I want you to actually do it, right? Because what other option do you have, right? If you were not operating at your highest potential, then I don't think this video would have found you. But because you aren't somehow, not somehow, these algorithms are always listening, they're always listening, right? It was led to you for a specific reason. All it takes is 6 simple months to completely change everything that you know about yourself, which will then change your life. And it would be an honor to do it with you, okay? So let's challenge ourselves. Let's make it interesting. Let's make it exciting. If you don't do the actions that your highest self knows you should be doing in these 6 months, what are you going to do? For me, I'm gonna run a marathon, okay? I am going to run a marathon even though I hate running, even though I am getting better and better at running. I'm going to run a marathon if I don't follow up on these actions. My goals are to hit a $50,000 cash collected month by March 13th and to hit a $100,000 cash collected month by, I believe, May 13th. But none of that happens unless this happens. And none of this happens unless this changes. So let's change together. Let's have a lot of fun. Let's be honest about where we are in the journey. And yeah, like, this is your life. Be an active participant in it. The greatest honor is the journey of becoming yourself. I'll see you guys on the next one.